In this section, we will discuss graphing in 4 quadrants. The first thing we'll do is to review vocabulary. The origin. The origin is the point at 0, 0. It is where the x and y axes intersect. The x-axis goes from left to right, and the y-axis goes up and down. Additionally, in this section, we have 4 quadrants instead of 1, which we used to be used to. The quadrants have names, and those names are quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4. Notice the quadrants start in the upper right-hand corner, and they go to the left in a counterclockwise motion. Also note that in quadrant 1, all x and y values are positive. So in quadrant 1, you have a positive x and a positive y. In quadrant 2, you should note that you have a negative x value and a positive y value. In quadrant 3, you have a negative x and a negative y. And in quadrant 4, you have a positive x with a negative y value. Remember that the x-coordinate is the first coordinate in your ordered pair. So the x-coordinate in this example is that 3. Making the 6 the y-coordinate. Remember, when you graph, that first number always tells you to go left or right, and this second number tells you to go up or down. Match the ordered pairs with the correct quadrant by drawing a line to connect the coordinates with the quadrant. Circle coordinates that are not in any quadrant. So the first point that we have is -3, -3. And if you look back to your notes from the previous video, we know that coordinates that have a negative x and a negative y value are found in quadrant 3. The next point is -2, 0. Because the y-coordinate of this point is 0, this point lies on the x-axis. So from this point, from the origin, we have gone left 2, and then we've just graphed our point on that axis. That means that the point -2, 0 is not in any quadrant because it is on an axis. Our third point is 1, -5. We have a positive x value and a negative y value, which will put this point in quadrant 4. Our next point is 6, 2. 6, 2 has a positive x and a positive y, which will put it into quadrant 1. The point -1, 4 has a negative x value with a positive y value, so it will be in quadrant 2. 0, 0, this is the origin. It is not part of any quadrant. Anytime that you have a coordinate where 0 is involved, you will not be in any quadrant. You will be on either the x or y axis, or you could be at the origin. Model the following function by creating a function table with input and output values. Then graph the function. The sum of one negative and one positive number is 3. So let's take a look at this. We can create a function table just by graphing an x and y here. And if we choose a negative number, let's say -2, what do I need to add to -2 to get +3? That would be a 5. If I chose 5 as my x value, I would need to add a -2 in order to get 3. If I chose 1, well, let's do -1. If I chose -1, I would need to add 4 in order to get to 3. If I chose -4, in order to get to 3, I would need to add 7. If I chose a +8, I would need to add a -5 in order to get to a result of 3. So let's go ahead and graph these values. So we have -2, 5, 5, -2, -1, 4, -4, 7, -8, -5,